He wasn't even aware of it himself, but if Alan Shearer scored against Coventry, it would be the England striker's 100th in a Blackburn jersey. Shearer isn't really one to let records worry him, but it took him only 8 minutes to satisfy the statisticians. A simple goal, well for him anyway, after Ian Pearce had flicked on Tim Sherwood's corner. Shearer clearly determined to help inspire a revival by the A-League champions. Midway through the first half, Blackburn were 2 up. Not a moment for Coventry's promising young goalkeeper John Filan to relish, though. He was at fault in letting Colin Hendry's header slip beneath his grasp. On 34 minutes, though, there was success for the man from Zimbabwe as he connected with Paul Cook's fierce cross. But Coventry's comeback hopes were shattered by that man Shearer again. First on the hour, his second of the game. Another easy finish after Mike Newell had just managed to stay onside. 7 minutes later, Shearer completed his hat-trick. Newell playing his part again to make it 4-1. Newell nearly scored himself 15 minutes from time, but had to settle for another assist as his header bounced invitingly off a post into the path of Ian Pearce. For once, the controversial West Ham defender Julian Dix was making the right kind of headlines. With just 7 minutes gone, he was back in the spotlight as Craig Short was penalised for his foul on Ian Dowie. Up stepped Dix to score from the spot, celebrating with a clenched fist salute to the fans who've never lost faith in him. It was a battling display by West Ham side seeking their first league win of the season. But with 5 minutes of the first half remaining, Everton equalised. Vinny Samways with his first for the club since his Charity Shield winner over Blackburn. West Ham, though, were in front again 3 minutes later, thanks to another penalty. Old Barrett, the offender this time, after his hack at Stan Lazaridis. Dix again dispatched his kick beyond Neville Southall, but only just. Everton, having lost Paul Rideout through injury in the first half, were mainly toothless in attack, but nearly saved a point. Only a superb double stop from Ludek McCloskey denied first Daniel Amokachi and then substitute Graham Stewart. Relief at Upton Park with their victory, certainly for manager Harry Redknapp.
Today we battled well. I felt we kept stuck at it. We were under pressure second half, long spells, but that's the way you win games. You've got to keep battling out results in this division. There's no easy games, and Everton are never an easy side to beat. I think they've lost one in the last 6 months, and it was last Sunday, so I knew it would be a tough game today, but that was a great result for us.
Manchester City's lack of confidence was obvious from the start at Main Road, although it was slightly against the run of play that Middlesbrough took the lead on 16 minutes. A well-taken goal by Nick Barmby, although City felt he was offside. It could have been worse for Alan Ball's struggling team. Robbie Mustoe curled a shot against the crossbar, and Craig Hignett headed over with the goal at his mercy. City had their moments, though, and were clearly out of luck when, with 8 minutes left, substitute Nicky Summerby beat Gary Walsh, only for his shot to cannon down off the bar. It was City's last riposte. The team were heading for a 6th defeat in 7 Premier League outings. Uwe Rosler's frustration at another decision that went against his team earned him one of the game's 8 bookings. The linesman was none too amused, and nor obviously was the referee. That point for Manchester United had put them on top of the Premier for the first time this season. But 24 hours later, Newcastle had the chance to return to the pinnacle by beating a Chelsea team who themselves had won their last 2 league matches to move into the top half of the table. The new Kevin Keegan was at St James's Park on Sunday. England Rugby Union star Rob Andrew is the man the club have chosen to spearhead their new venture into the world of professional rugby. It was football, of course, though, on the minds of another full house at St James's. The commentator is Ian Dark.
Newcastle could be without Peter Beardsley for a month. He's gone into hospital for a knee operation. His place goes to Rule Fox, who's included, despite asking for a transfer this week, It's said that Spurs are close to signing him. Lee Clark and John Beresford, who were rested for the 5-0 thrashing of Bristol City in the League Cup in midweek, they both returned to the side, and the flamboyant Frenchman David Ginola plays despite a nasty clash of heads with Clark in training. As for Chelsea, well, they are without the informed John Spencer in attack. He has a hamstring injury, so there's a recall for Mark Steen to play alongside Mark Hughes. Gavin Peacock, who was a former hero of the Gallowgate end in these parts, he's passed a fitness test on a hamstring injury and plays. Nigel Spackman is preferred to Eddie Newton in midfield, and for Ruud Gullit, it could be the stiffest test yet of his defensive capabilities as sweeper. Chelsea managed by Glenn Hoddle, of course, and he is pitting his wits tactically here up against Kevin Keegan. And our referee is Peter Jones from Loughborough in Leicestershire. Massive test for any team coming here. Mark Steen back in that Chelsea attack today. Hasn't scored so far this season. They haven't, frankly, existed as an attacking force here. But they have subdued Newcastle pretty well so far. And I stress so far because here's Gillespie. Does well to get a cross in. Oh, and Ferdinand! Newcastle United make the breakthrough. Gillespie did very, very well on that right-hand side to get any kind of crossing. And Ferdinand needed no second invitation. 8 goals in 8 games for him. Sinclair was rather put off by Fox's jump in front of him here. No contact at all until Ferdinand made a very definitive one. In midweek, by the way, Newcastle thrashed Bristol City 5-0 at Ashton Gate. Oh, Ferdinand, I think that's going to go in. Oh, what an extraordinary goal. When your luck is in, it's in. And when it's out for Chelsea like that, it really is out. Well, that was a very untypical goal anywhere, and a very untypical Newcastle goal. Route 1, Hislop to Karine, and in off Ferdinand. And everything he touches at the moment turns to gold dust. Well, that really was plain lucky. It does look at the moment as though Newcastle United are going back to the top. Ferdinand using all his power to brush aside the challenges. Oh, and a fine save from Karine. Got down really well to turn that away from Keith Gillespie. And Karine had to get down low and quickly. Gullit. Oh, he's got away there from Peacock. Here's Ruud Gullit and Steen. Well, it was a great chance. It could have easily fallen to Mark Hughes attacking the far post, but there was a chance, a rare chance for Chelsea to get themselves back in business in this match, and it was Gullit who did the hustling, fed Steen, and, well, it was a yard or two wide in the end. Here come Newcastle yet again. Sellers on that nice left foot of his. Ferdinand ahead of him, and on this side Gillespie. Danger here. Gillespie. Karine blocks it, tumbling backwards. Last 5 minutes, or Sinclair's missed that one. Here's Rule Fox. Sellers. And even Karine looked surprised when it went wide. But Chelsea were ripped apart again there, and it wasn't the slickest piece of defending, this by Frank Sinclair. Ferdinand rather muscled him out of it, to be honest with you. Fox did well. Attempted chip by Sellers. Not this time. Ooh, Johnson very nearly made a present of it to Gillespie, which is not advisable. Sinclair. Chelsea giving the ball away. And Ferdinand. Could this be his third? No. Very good chance. And Les Ferdinand knows that was a great hat-trick opportunity in the very closing seconds. And Chelsea, at the moment, are playing as though they're already on the train back down the East Coast line to London. Ruud Gullit. And Peacock doing the covering. There have been one or two people who've questioned whether Newcastle's defence would be good enough for a serious title challenge, but this will be their 4th clean sheet in 7 matches. Indeed it is. 2 goals for Les Ferdinand. 3 points for Newcastle United, who return to the top of the Premier Division. They go 2 points clear of Manchester United, and after a frustrating opening 42 minutes, it proved extremely comfortable in the end. Keith Gillespie, the young winger, was the man of the match, but Ferdinand takes his tally to 9 goals in 8 matches for Newcastle United. Yet another heroic number 9 for the St James's Park fans. The final score here is Newcastle United 2, Chelsea 0.
So checking through the weekend results, it's now 6 wins out of 7 for Newcastle, while Manchester United were held at Hillsborough by Sheffield Wednesday. Dennis Bergkamp's first goals of the season maintained Arsenal's challenge, wins 2 for Liverpool, Leeds, Middlesbrough, Blackburn and West Ham. At the bottom of the table, poor old Manchester City are still without a win of any kind this season, and their league plight is worsening. After 7 matches played, they've collected only 1 point. Bolton haven't started as well as they'd hoped either. Only 1 win so far since their return to the top flight. But West Ham have chalked up their first success to move out of the bottom 3. Kevin Keegan's Newcastle then are still top of the Premier League, 2 points clear of Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal, who are still unbeaten. Middlesbrough are now up to 7th place, ahead of Nottingham Forest, the only other team still yet to lose in the top division. The race to be leading goal scorer in the Premier League this season is already hotting up. Some prominent names among the early front runners: Ferdinand, Yeboah, Shearer and Fowler, setting the pace for the other marksmen to follow. In all, there were 33 goals in the English Premier this weekend, although ironically Manchester United, the joint highest scorers in the division so far, didn't manage any. Blackburn, Leeds United and Liverpool certainly did. Thanks to Messrs Shearer, Yeboah and Fowler, 3 hat-tricks were scored on the same day in the Premier League for the very first time.